Hello everybody, it's Tara with My Artsy Mind, and I am back with part 2 of creating my Junky Junk Journal. And this was the first one I made, which I showed in a little bit in the first video. Let me put this aside. And this is the stuff that we're going to utilize today. Let me move this out of the way. And let's get some of these tags out of the way. We don't need those right now anyways. So what I did, a little while ago was, I went ahead and I believe we did this together in the first video. That's our cover. And I figured out what each signature is going to be like and about. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so here's one signature with just the toned paper that comes in. It's the packaging from the Amazon boxes. Then here's one signature, and here's the other signature. Let's see, let me just double check. One of these, I believe this one goes here. This one's going to go here. So a lot of this I did off camera. Let me just get this out of the way. There we go. And a few of them I saved to do on camera with you guys so that you could see how I cut them to size and make them fit into the signatures that I want. So let's see, this was going to do with you guys. These I was going to do with you guys. Yes. Alright. So let's work this signature first. Pull these out of the way. And this here is the stuff that I've already folded and or already fits into the signature without an issue. So put that aside. And then these are the ones I was going to do with you guys. So the journal measures 7.5 by 5.5. And let's see. So here's one of the coloring pages. Oh, it's got a cute little pug on the back. And what I would like to do with this is, it's a little tall, but I want to fold this edge up anyways to create a little pocket. So I'm going to do it about, it'll actually be about 6.5 inches tall. That way I have enough room for that, to have a pocket there. And I am going to fold it back on itself. So this will be the pocket, and that'll be the inside, so I can put that in there. And then here's an envelope with a tab. I actually think I'm going to eliminate the tab. Or not the tab, but the little flap. Yeah, so that way it's just a straight pocket. I was going to show you guys how to cut those up, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So that'll go into my signature. Now I have two old envelopes. They were kind of sticky on each other. I am going to put them in the journal so that the ends are open to be pockets in this direction. So I am going to, let's see, one of these. Yeah, I'm going to put one of these inside the other. Let's do, yes, we're going to do it like that so that it folds over. Okay, so I am going to put some glue along this edge, so once I put it in here, it'll seal up the whole pocket. Okay, this guy's getting a little low. I'm going to have to fill that in here soon. Refill the bottle. Oops. Ooh, that's a little bit more than I needed. Okay, that's alright. No biggie. I'll just spread that around. Okay. And slip that in there. Oops, come on. I'm trying to work a little bit quick because our glitter glue does seal very fast. So, there. Oops. And then let's go ahead and seal this side up. There we go. Excellent. All right. So now I'm going to use my scissors to open up the ends of these. Let's do one side at a time. I'm just going to barely trim off the edge where that fold is. And there we go. That gives us a nice little pocket, right? So the flap of this envelope closed off that opening there. This side will be a little different, and I don't mind it. I think it's kind of neat. But let me open this up and show you. Oops. There we go. So here's our other pocket. But this one actually is open. So once it's in the signature, let's throw this. Oops. Let's throw this in here. And it's layered up. If anything that we put in there, like let's say this card maybe, you'll actually see part of it peeking out there. So I kind of like that. I'm going to leave it. It's kind of a little bit of an accident when I first did that, but I like the way it turned out, so I will keep doing that. Oops, what's going on? Oh, I see what it is. There we go. Oh, now I gotta make sure that I'm leveled up again. Yeah, it looks like I'm okay. Yeah, it'll work. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Next is this guy. So, this guy, I know he's too tall. He's definitely too tall. And if I fold him in half, he's also too wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it at the 7 1/4 mark. Let me fold it in half here. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Kind of line it up. So I've got these, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball this and hope that I hope that I get it close to straight. There we go. So that part is there's a little bit of leftover trash. And then I need to make sure that it is going to be wide enough, but not too wide. So at the 5 1/4 mark or so, I'll fold. And basically it looks like I just need to trim, let's see, right here at that seal. That'll be nice. Let's see, those scissors are not working. Let's try these. Yeah, there we go. Paper really dulls your scissors fast. Okay, let's see. If I fold that in half now, is that going to be... It's right at that 5 1/2, and you know what? That's fine. Okay. So now we've got this opening here. This backside isn't open because of the seal. I was able to cut right on that seal. So on the top here, we are going to use some tape. So you use whatever you have. You can use washi tape. I guess you could probably try to sew it, but I find with this kind of flimsy plastic, taping it up is for me a preferred way to do it. Let's see. So there's that. And one thing I forgot is I am going to staple. I mean, you can use a regular size staple, but I happen to have this little tiny stapler, and I'm going to staple right here where I cut the zip. There we go. So that I can guarantee that it won't come apart. Okay, so it's one of those things. Ugh, sticky, sticky. And I try to get this about, let's see, that's a little straighter over there, isn't it? Yeah. About halfway. Oops. Come on now. There. To there. And again, this is not an exact science, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't expect it to be perfect, but I do want to seal up that edge. And the tape gives it, since this is a nice thick masking tape, it gives it some structure, a little form. And with that being said, I'm also going to, like I did with the other one, I'm going to do the other two edges on just this one side. So it doesn't have to be as long. I'm just going to stick that on there, tape that over. Let's trim off these edges. And do this. There we go. Got a little bit of extra here. I'll cut that off. Good. Fun. And there we go. I've got another page for my signature. Good. There. Excellent. So let's go ahead and start piecing this together. That's my outside piece. I think I want this to go next. Let's see. Let's get intersperse these little writing pages in here and there. So I'll put two there. Oops. I'll put an envelope. Oh, actually, I'm going to do the same thing. Now this envelope has got a little damage on it. So let's do a little cleanup work here. Let's see. That can go inside, but I want this to look a little nicer, so let's go ahead and do a similar idea. We'll use some more of this tape. I'll go a little bit narrower. There we go. It's a little tricky, but we got it. We got it. There we go. And then I'll just do a small piece. And I don't mind it overlapping. This makes it look, you know, like it should be. A little bit used, and there we go. Taped up, and there. Excellent. So So now, there, so now we have a nice little pocket. So this will go next. Let's see. Oh, let's see what other colors do I have in there. I like to, there we go, here's my recipe card. And there's that. Let's go ahead and put this one in. And let's put that. And then I think I'm going to do another one of these. And let's do, here's another envelope. Large envelope with a window. Oh, here, let's put our coloring page in there. You know what? I have those two sheets, that guy. Let's do that envelope. Let's put these lovely ladies right here, and then our center signature will be that. Excellent. Let's see how that looks to get it all together here. Some pieces are longer than other pieces. So actually, instead of cutting this down, I might swap this out. Let's keep the lovely ladies there. But let's make that and let's put this guy, actually, you know what? Let's put this guy here. We'll put him at the beginning. Okay, let's see if that makes a difference. It's about 5.5. So this is, like I said, it's not going to be perfect. I don't mind stuff peeking out on the edge, so I'll probably put some tabs this time on some of these guys, and then maybe something pretty sticking out. So let's see. I did cut that down, right? Barely. That's the opening, yep. Excellent. Let's see, how big is... Oh, I didn't even realize. I guess I need to trim that too, huh? So we're just gonna, again, eyeball this. I'm gonna take it down just to the top of those circles. Let's see what that does. Didn't even realize that it was a little tall. Let's see, here we go. There, now that fits better. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so there's that. And then with this signature, let's see, let's double check, that's it. 5.5 yet. We're gonna fold this over on itself real quick, just for the measurement's sake. And I'll open it back up. There we go. I'm gonna create a pocket right there. Now, here is the piece, just like in the other journal, I added to this signature and I created 2 pockets. So I like how that green comes through. So that I sewed in with my machine. So So let's go ahead and first things first is let's see about creating a little lip here, and that's going to be for the pocket. It's going to just help enforce and strengthen the opening of the pocket. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So the other one I sewed the pocket on, but there are other ways. You can tape it in. You can use double-sided tape, or masking tape or washi tape. Washi tape I would suggest adding additional glue to, but it'll all work. I mean, shoot, you could even staple it in there. Cool, so that works there. And I do like the sewing, so let's see, I'm going to save this for some other things that are going to get stitched, and I will sew that in when the time comes. So there's that. It's the outside of the signature. Let's see, I think this is a little bit too long, so I could make some little, nah, I won't bother with the pockets. Let's go ahead and trim this one down. So I'm going to trim it down at 5 1/4. There's one of our signature pieces. Oh, here, you know what? Let's go ahead and what I'm going to do with these two. So on the other journal, I used this whole piece, and let's see, let's clean this up a little bit. And I love having a little kitty on there. So he's going to be in the front, and it's right above his ears where that fold is. So that should be about the 5, yeah, there we go. And then this piece I'm just going to fold, same as I did with the cover of the signature. I'm going to fold it in a little bit. And that will become a pocket or a flip out, either way. So there we go. There's another piece for our signature. And then there's this guy. Oh, I just love the color on this. Oh, I did notice there's a little hole right there. I didn't even know that that had happened. That's okay. So I clean these out with a wet wipe, this and the chip bag. Let me do that real quick. I don't think I actually cleaned that. Okay. Shake out any loose stuff, and then I'm just going to wipe it down. Make sure there's no residue. Or get rid of any of the residue that's sitting in there. Yeah, see? We want to get that cleaned up a little bit. So that's much better. All right. And so I think what I'm going to do is, let me cut off, where's those scissors again? There they are. I'm going to cut off this end so we can open this up a little bit and see what we have to work with. Because this is creased, so let's open it the rest of the way. Oop, and there's more coffee spilling out, but that's all right. We'll get that cleaned up. I'm not too worried about all that. Okay. So now that it's open, it'll be easier to clean. There we go. All right. Man, let's see how tall that is, if it's going to fit in. Gosh, I hope so. Yes, it is. No problem there. So now, let's see what happens when we fold it in half. See how wide that is. It's right at the 5.5 mark, so I can't afford to get rid of a little bit more on one end or the other. So let's go ahead and get rid of some more off of this end. There. I might actually save that. Maybe I can make a little tag topper with it. Okay. So, gosh, that's pretty. All right, so let's fold it in half. I'm going to use my bone folder to reinforce that. Let's see. You know you want to be folded in that direction, so let's just make it happen. Cool. All right. So now, in essence, what we have now are two large pockets to put stuff in. And with this part, I'm going to leave this because I'm thinking I might still utilize it in some fashion, but we're going to leave it for now. It'll work. Okay, so let's see the exterior. And let's put this stuff together. Yep. Oops, that was, hold on one second. Let me just black that out. This will get covered again too, but at least for the video, let me cover up the address. Okay. So we've got, let's see, the calendar page. Let's toss in that one. Let's do this and this. Let's put the kitty. Do we want the cat there? Let's see. Actually, I think I want this guy there. And I still got to remember to put some of these writing pages in. So let's go ahead and put in at least two here, right inside there. And let's see, let's put you in there. Oops. Open that up. We've got our burned dairy bag. Let's throw him in there. Let's throw in some more writing pages. Let's do one less. So there we go. And other deli bag. Let's see, we've got a large envelope. Let's do a similar thing. Tuck that. Actually, this time I think I'm going to cut this one off. Or you know what? Let's not. Let's actually make this one so that it opens up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that it has like two flaps. So I'm going to cut in first a little bit here, just otherwise the flap is too close to the where you sew in the signature. And then I'm going to bring it up and round it, and I'm just eyeballing this, cutting it straight across. And that's a little crooked, so I'm going to do it again. Yeah. So now we've got two flaps. Let's open this back up. Let's stick you in there. Let's do the cardboard. Let's do this. And open sesame. This, and that little guy will become the center. Excellent. And I'm just going to adjust some of this so that, there we go. All right, so there is that one. And then, like I said, this one was real simple. I just cut that envelope down and filled it with Amazon packaging. So now we have our 3 signatures. Excellent. Let me see, how much time do we have into this video? Oh, not too much. 12 minutes. Awesome. Okay, so let me get rid of this stuff here. Cool. All right, so I'm going to put these all together. Yeah. So I could actually make this a little bigger, couldn't I? I do have another package. Instead of cutting all those down. All right, so let me just pause this for a brief second and I will be right back with you. Did I actually pause it? Nope. Excuse me. All right. Oop, let me put my, oh, hold on one second. I totally forgot to put my mic on, guys. Let me do that while, don't mind, it's gonna shake a little. There we go. Hope you guys can hear me better. Excuse me. Okay, so I have the 3 signatures together, and here is the cover. And I did end up cutting a new one. I don't know what I was thinking before. I kept making I wanted it to be 5.5 by 7.5, and for whatever reason I kept measuring it at 5, so that's why nothing was fitting. But now we're all settled there. I still have this pocket here in the front, and so the next thing I want to do is work on the piece that's going to go onto the cover. So we're using, I'm using magazine pages and some corrugated cardboard. So these are the pages I pulled out of the magazine, and I think this is going to be my focal right here with these butterflies, but I would like something darker in the background. So what's going to happen is that's going to go on the actual cover, and then this is going to be the book plate that goes over it, the decorative one, and then this is going to go on there. So I also decided that with this journal, just like I'm not going to ink anything, I'm also not going to use the sewing machine, so that people who don't have a sewing machine can see some other ways to put these together. Okay, so let's go ahead. What I am going to do is my background, like I said, I want dark, but I would like to do, I mean, the shoe's going to get covered up, but I would still like to do something with this so that it's a little bit more unrecognizable, I guess is the word. Let me get this out of the way. Here we go. So I picked this trick up from somebody else on YouTube, and honestly I can't remember offhand who it was. But she takes magazine pages and turns them into collage pieces, and one of the things she does is takes a stencil and then takes a she has a sanding block, and right now all I have are these little emery boards, so this is what I'm going to use. But basically what she's doing is rubbing the sanding block over the paper, and some of it will end up with little holes. Depends on how much you rub down in one spot, but I love how it shows it through. It changes it a little bit. And then I'm doing the whole page because I might use the cutoff pieces for something else. Oops. And I don't even care if it moves, if it's shifted or whatnot. It just helps disguise the image a little bit. I like how it gives it a little bit of extra texture. Yeah, cool. So, yeah. Okay, so I'll move this out of the way. Don't need that right now. Oops. Oh, broke a nail. Oh, that's all right. Okay. So the next thing is to tear it down to size, and I am going to tear it. So I want this about in the center. So I am gonna give myself some guidelines here on the back side. Let's see if this pencil will show up. Yeah, it'll show up good enough. Just so that I know about where I'm tearing. There we go. Excellent. So I'm going to tear just inside that line for the most part. Alright, it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see if that's there. It's going to hit right there at that line. It always tears easier in one direction than another. It's almost like the paper has a grain as well as like certain fabrics. It's the same thing, right? So I'm going to use my thumbnail to help guide that a little. There we go. And the last, yeah, that's about right. Excellent. So now I've got these little torn off pieces that are kind of fun. I might be able to use those for something. I might even use a piece of it on the spine. Let's see how this fits. Now it's a little wider at one end than the other, and I always like to have the heavier part down. So I think that's what we'll do, because then this is going to cover it. Is it going to cover it enough? I might need to tear that down a little bit. So I really want, or maybe I'll offset it so it's darker there and there. And then I can offset the next piece too. Now there's an idea. Yeah, I might do that. I might keep that up there in the corner. I might tear this down a little bit more. Make that a little more interesting. Yes. Ooh, I like that. So I'll put that over there, and we'll shift that over there. And now we got to figure out the size of this. So I'd like to get those butterflies on there, at least most of them. I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to kind of mark out where I'm going to tear. Oops, I just drew on my cardboard. I can just erase that. Oh yeah. All right, so let's see here. I can always go a little smaller as needed. So let's start with this. Ooh, and I do want to keep this. I like how it says bright things. That might be the name of the journal this round. So I am going to lose part of the butterfly wing on this part, but that's okay. I don't mind. And okay, let's see what we got so far. It's still a little too tall, so let's go this direction. side still. Getting there. So let's see, which one shall I like this guy down here, so I think I'd rather lose more of the top butterfly. There, I think I like that. So my cover, it's going to end up something like that. Yeah, I like that. So let's see, since I'm going to have that pushed as far to this edge as possible, I'm going to do something over here. And I did include a piece of fabric on the last journal, so let me grab my little baggie here of scraps and see what we can find that we might want to put in here. Ooh, look at this. Is that enough of that? That gold is awful pretty. Ooh, there's more. Ooh, and that's longer. Because this has got gold in it, and that yellow. I might need both of them. I can always cut it down. Let's see. Just have it peeking out on this edge over here. That's there, that's there. Place this high into the top left, and then put this to the bottom right of the cardboard. Yeah, I think that's pretty. I think we're going to do that, and then bright things we're going to cut out. I'm going to kind of do it in a little twisty motion with the scissors so that it's not perfectly straight cuts. Okay. And I do want that to stand out a little more, so where is, I know I have a marker around here somewhere. Here we go. So I've got this marker, and normally I would either stitch to add some extra emphasis on the borders, but I'm going to use the marker instead. So the question is, do I want to put something behind this to make that pop a little bit more? Let's see, what do we have here? Oh yeah, how about we use some of this? This is the magazine that we use for the background. Why not? There we go, and we can just kind of layer it like that. I'm wondering if I cut too much. No, that might be just enough to bring it out. Yeah. Okay. So I think I will do some work with the pen, maybe like some faux stitching marks or something like that, but for now, let's just glue this all down. Yes, I'm liking it. Okay, so let's start with this piece. And I am going to use just regular wet glue, like Elmer's glue. I am going to sand the masking tape a little bit, because it doesn't always like to stick. I'm just going to rough it up a tiny bit. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, I don't know, actually I think I might keep it this direction. Alright, so I need to glue the back of this. And find, oh, here we go. This is the magazine I've been using. It's got nice slick pages. Oops. And I can do the gluing on here. Get some of this stuff out of our way. As you can tell, I keep a lot of little tiny scraps. You just never know. And then when I get around to making little clusters, I'll use these in the clusters too. Alright. There's that. Okay, here we, let's get you out of the way. Okay. And I also have, here we go, a little piece of cardboard to spread it around. Now it doesn't take too much, but you do want to make sure you get it spread around the edges really well. I try to get it, and I guess you want it around the edges, but it doesn't necessarily have to go all the way directly to the edge, because I do also like how the magazine paper will curl up a little bit, and that just adds another dimension to it, you know. So where it reaches, it reaches. Where it doesn't, I won't worry too much about it. Okay. And I don't care which direction it ends up going, and this will work. Alright, and then all it is just press it down. I have a dry wet wipe here, and just to give it a little press, make sure we got good contact with the glue. Sorry if the phone is jiggling. There, that's good. Okay, and then the next piece, and I'm going to do the similar thing. Whoop. Actually, this I'm going to use Fabri-Tac instead. I can use also hot glue if you have it, but the Fabri-Tac is like a cold version of the hot glue. It gives you a little more leeway time-wise before it dries, but I want to make sure, because this is not totally flat, that I got a good connection there. So let's see if this is gonna come out. It's a little thick. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something too. Shoot. I might have to think a little faster here. I really wanted to have the tie underneath this like the other one. So before this dries, let's see if I have something handy real quick. Oops, to do that. Okay, I did find some fabric here, so it's a little longer than I probably need, but I just want to make sure. So I'm going to place this down first. This is just some sari silk I have laying around. then before that dries all the way, I'm really not paying attention here. Let's do this. I thought I was all prepared, but you know what? This is crafting sometimes. It is a little bit crazy. The other piece. Of course. Where'd it go? There it is. Ugh. Yeah, let's get that in there. Say it is one thing I do like about using Fabri-Tac. It does give you, like I said, a little bit more time to play with it. And I'm just going to use this to press down that. There's a little overlapping here with the two pieces. Let's see, I might add a little extra Fabri-Tac in there. Oh, it goes way up there, doesn't it? I didn't even notice. So now I just need to let that dry. Hope that that cardboard is a nice, good stuck down. Okay. So there's enough of that. Let's see, are we rolling here? Yep, we are. Okay. So I'm going to do a little trimming. Some of these, I was in such a hurry to do this. Let me just, there we go. That's good. All right, I'll worry about the length of that later. I might be able to wrap a few pieces around a little bit more. And get rid of these little strays. Let's see, how long is this video? Whoop. Well, we're almost an hour, so let's just finish this cover up and we'll leave this video here at this point. So the next piece that's going to go on is this one, and this one I am just going to use regular glue. I guess I could use this to spread it around, huh? Get that off of there instead of that cardboard piece. There we go. All right, let's get this in there. And that is the other good thing too about using this kind of glue, is it does give you a few minutes of wiggle room. So if you need to shift something, I started out using Elmer's glue for the most part, and then, you know, I started watching more and more videos, and I wanted to have all the fancy glues. You know, like I got the art glitter glue, which dries really fast. But I do find, especially with some larger stuff like this, I just end up using the Elmer's glue again. So everything has its place. I do use the art glitter glue, I use the glue sticks, oops, upside down. The Fabri-Tac, I definitely wouldn't want to do without. I really like that. Okay, there's that. And actually, for some of these smaller things, that's exactly what I will use, is the art glitter glue. So this is going to go down. There we go. And then our little phrase. Oh, I do like that. I like it a lot. Alright, so I think we'll be wrapping up this video here. And I like this green and pink ribbon. It's going to be pretty on there. I think I'll trim this up a little bit, but I'm going to wait. We'll see. Yeah. I think I might leave one of them longer to wrap around at least once to tie. Yeah. Let's see, do we like the green or do we like the pink? Kind of like the contrast of the pink, so maybe I'll leave that one longer, and then I'll trim this green down so I have a nice length tie. So right now I'm just making the same length to start. Good. All right, so we have our cover, guys, at least the front part of it, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye. Oh, I just realized after saying goodbye that I had forgot to put my my mic back on, so you guys probably didn't hear much of that. So anyways, sorry about that. So this is the end of the second video, and I did leave one piece longer than the other so that we can wrap it around once. And we're going to end this video here, and I will see you guys in part 3. Okay, thanks. Bye.